It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Raiders and the Saints. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the venerable Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Las Vegas Raiders and the New Orleans Saints. Welcome in, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
Here's the former Auburn kicker, Daniel Carlson, to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And here come the Saints, about to begin their first possession. And the man in charge of this offense, his 8th season now in the NFL, former #1 pick, Jameis Winston.
It was terrible to see Jameis Winston suffer his torn ACL last season because he had the Saints rolling in his first year running the show in New Orleans. They went 5-2 in his starts, and they were just 4-6 after he was injured. And how about this? He only threw 3 interceptions, really addressing the big concern people had from his time as a starter in Tampa. New Orleans, they plan to roll with him for a second season and hope that last year's performance will carry over in a full season.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not what you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv, and you run into a tough crowd.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was Dennis there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Like it wasn't a fumble, really. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, Winston. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it still. Gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Kamara. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down. couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these are bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use cliche. Stand of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Winston. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And this offense can get their tight ends involved. They can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Divine Diablo there to make the stop.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Winston now. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal. They're going to like the way that they started this ball game.
Well, lots on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. Didn't play drive that time. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on a touchdown run. After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. As the Raiders take over on offense, we get to see the man who has been the leader of this team for 9 seasons now, under center Derek Carr.
In the midst of a tumultuous 2021 season, Las Vegas Raiders really turned to their quarterback, Derek Carr, to not only drive their offense, leading to career-high totals from the 8th-year passer and a nearly 5,000-yard season throwing the football, but also his leadership ability. He really grabbed that team and led them to the playoffs for the 2nd time in his career while coming out in one of the toughest divisions in football.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Now, first carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Carr going to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Now a play fake. Carr. He gets this to Davante Adams. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
A first down for Davante Adams in his first season with the Las Vegas Raiders. Over the previous 2 years in Green Bay, he led the NFL in receptions and touchdowns, and he's building off of a 123-catch, 1,500-yard season. Now, of course, in Raiders black and silver instead of Packers green and gold.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Oh, looking for Riddle, but this is intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And now off to races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. We went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Pop a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. They keep that effort up. You'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now Carr to try again after the pick six. And that would be off target and incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Carr. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The set coming from defensive end, Cameron Jordan. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, you had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack. Back to throw here. It's caught. Left side, Bolden. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Here's A.J. Cole now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Landry now on the return. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Winston give is Kamara, and he stopped immediately there. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run it again with Kamara. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. On 3rd down, Winston. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why to do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
From the red zone now, Winston. They'll set up a screen now to Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
Good call there on 1st down. And Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Saints are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Kamara diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns in this 1st quarter. He's got both of them.
But certainly setting himself up for a big game here. And I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Alonso looked at the extra point. 11 It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. That time, a 6-play drive. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat for the first down.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Here's back-to-back catches for Monte Adams. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Carr to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside of 40. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff.
Delayed game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 1st down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now Carr. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 21-0 our score after 1. 2nd quarter now. It's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Wide open receiver complete. And the Raiders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. Just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure he knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Jacobs. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Jacobs again. And he will not get in. In fact, he might have lost a yard. Back to the 2. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And this time he is in. Yes. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders get a bit closer. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet. You and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up, it's good, and it'll cut the lead to 21-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be fielded inside the 5. The New Orleans offense set to take over. This offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now, they've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A 10th carry for Kamara. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 40 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they're able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for the running back their own.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Here's Winston. And the catch made by Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
First down, Winston. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far, and 2nd down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yardage to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Play action now, Winston. And this will be incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing, Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Blake Gilligan on to punt now on 4th down. Hunter Renfrow deep to return for the Raiders. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown. But, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw pulled in by Renfrow. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Carr. Back to Renfrow again, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant. And oftentimes they can turn into big plays.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. It's a jet sweep. This is Renfrow. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
Punching this on his hands and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on its toes and punching. And there's another 1st down run right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside at 20. For the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Caught out right by Renfrow. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. Now a first carry for Brandon Bolden. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
first and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. It's a jet sweep. This is Renfro. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time. It sets up second and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Carlson on for the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Washington now brings us out. And he returns this to the 22. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Play fake. Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An ideal beginning to drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Get it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Winston. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Looking to throw again on second down. Winston, that's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold it for just a short gain.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Again, it's Winston. And this almost intercepted. That should set the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Blake Gillikin now. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter 2, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us because when we were in the production meetings, we asked a few of the players about, hey, what if things get a little rocky early? They all said the exact same thing. We're prepared, so we're confident things will work out. And so far, they have started to do so.
Those 3 words we hear a lot, stay the course. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Carr's throw complete to Hollins. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Carr now on first down. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Second down at 6 now from the 42. Shotgun now for Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
It's not cool about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end, and that gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Carr to throw again. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfro. And he's going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
First down, Raiders.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop balls out of his hands right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Throwing again on second down. Carr, and his throw here's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Throwing now is Carr. The open man here, Renfro. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to the 21-22. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch a game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are. Yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
They go with Jacobs. And they are going to stop it on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Saints will have the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
A first down throw for Winston. He gets it to Thomas. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
First and 10 at 37-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Winston. They'll set up the screen out of Kamara. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. Throw left side complete to Troutman. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that brings him 3rd and a full 10 yards.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. And he's left with no option here to throw away.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just lob one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. He's been a busy man here this first half as he gets it away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably to sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
It's a pickup of 7, and it is also the final play of the first half. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for the Raiders in that first half. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone, and only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now he's getting the ball to start the second half. How about all the offense you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a game just won.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Delay of game, offense.
And the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still second down.
Here's Carr to throw. A dump off here to Boulder. Only able to gain a couple there, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he's going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Carr now to throw. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Working with his 2nd and 4. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Now Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he's going to be taken down right at the 4-yard line. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Carr. And that's complete to Adams. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, they obviously read man coverage there, partner. He got downfield, broke down the defender. Made him
what do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
On 1st down, Carr. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drill getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 2nd down.
Again, it's Carr. And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
They should put coverage guys in stress on that one. They thought they were going deep, ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 1 yard is the gain. That'll be good enough for a Las Vegas first down.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Demario Davis there on the stop.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 2nd and 7, Carr. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
I get a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Touchdown Raiders! Mac Hollins from 6 yards away. And the Raiders go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in the playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Carlson now to add the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So that one, a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back at level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw is Winston. Back to Kamara for another catch. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. Oh, able to avoid him. Runs over him. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 62 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Yeah, they really need to get something going, didn't they? They punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Down inside the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Winston. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, that's 3rd down.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Throwing, Winston. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And I think really good defenders can sniff out those screen passes, just something that they can feel, something that they can sense about how the quarterback drops back or how the linemen are just a little slow to block the oncoming rushers. He read it perfectly, got in there, and made the play.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour.
The kick by Lutz is good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21.
So a response there to touchdown the opening drive of this 3rd quarter as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think he'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match him touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. On the handoff, they start with Bolden. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Show that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. To throw, it's Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. Here's Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Carr.
A quick reaction as he catches it off the tip.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
All right, you and I both know that was a lucky play, but I got to give him credit. Going up on the tip and catching that one.
Stayed with it, made his own luck, didn't he?
And he used his size there. Had a defensive back mentality to go up and get the ball on the tip, but he used his size. I mean, tight ends, going up and getting it, sometimes they can knock people out of the way and finish the play.
Now with Bolden.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on his 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Carr going to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back at the 16. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Now, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that we're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
The kick by Carlson is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Nothing separating these 2 sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's top of the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think for what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. Credit him with 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there, the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again.
And some room to run now. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
87 yards rushing now for Kamara. It's a first down.
Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Jameis now on first down. And that's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything in coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Here's Winston.
Olave over the middle. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On first and 10, Winston.
Tries the left side and finds Olave. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Look pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On second and 7, Winston. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas.
And the Saints are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Field goal could get in the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll barrel this way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown.
Alvin Kamara
Taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Saints have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. So still time remaining here in this fourth quarter, but the touchdown there puts them back out in front.
And you and I both know that their defense will not very subtly remind everyone that they started all of this because they held firm on the last drive and only gave up a field goal. Gave it back to the offense in a tight game and said, okay, your turn now, make something happen. And they went down the field and scored.
Lutz with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. touchdown runs to kick it off.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Bolden. And that closed out quickly there as he gets it up only to about 17. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
But that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going to the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs.
Lets this go for Renfro downfield.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but wasn't enough to get him to completion.
Here's A.J. Cole now, standing just outside his own goal line. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Back out on the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'm warned against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Now a 1st down throw complete downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Winston to give, it's Kamara.
Oh, what a move. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Winston. And he's got the hook up to Landry.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and trying to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Valon Nichols in there to take him down. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
The Saints on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. To throw, Winston. pressure, they got him again. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a two-score game. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's CD an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. The Raiders now set to get the football back. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
They run with Bolden. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up the 3rd down.
That's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Here's Carr to throw. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The Carr finding his former college teammate Adams there for the Raider first.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. To give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
They have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Carr. It's caught here by Adams. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Complete to Devontae Adams. A gain of 15. And the Las Vegas 1st down.
On 1st down, Carr. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, He stayed positioned to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Again, they'll throw a Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. A Raider first down, Carter Renfro.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
Now Carr. And he will find his man on the outside. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Carr. A dump off here to Bolden.
And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the 1st down.
Carr to throw.
Complete here to the right to Bolden. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Throwing his Carr.
And Bolden brings it in, complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. So they'll line up losing 5 yards on the play. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they might be about that play.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to get it back to a 1-score game. The kick by Carlson is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any point you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And the Saints are going to get to this one, so that should about do it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They run it again with Kamara. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Third and 11. There's some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. A give. This is Kamara. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Here we go with Kamara. And he won't get there. They stop it a few yards short of the line to gain. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But I also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He hits Adams, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. A horse breaks out like that, you say he caught flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.